In 48 hours, this document might be illegal. But every empire falls when a story is sold too long, or evidence suffocated too harshly. This isn't a map of ICE. It's a map of a cover-up. In January 2026, Greenland hides the truth in ways you weren't meant to see. January 7th, a murder in Minnesota enraged American people. January 20, a Greenland distraction. There's a lot more. Let's connect the dots. In January 2026, Renee Nicole Good was shot 3 times by ICE. Hold on to this, we will come back to her. This is important. A mother, a poet, a citizen, killed in Minneapolis. But why? While streets burned, the elite met in Davos. Did DOJ break the law to hide 99% of the Epstein files? Leaked DOJ records raise legal questions. Reports say U.S. Justice Department has not complied with the law, prompting questions about when and whether authorities will ever release Epstein investigative documents about the late sex offender. Meanwhile, Trump signed a charter naming him Chairman for Life. What if it's not just a test, but the beginning of something permanent? All this as real sea tankers worth $150,000 a day are vanishing into a 20 to 30% surge of Arctic fog. January 2026, Davos. Trump shows Board of Peace, $1 billion club. He chairs it, he has veto power, and it challenges the UN. 15 days after poor Renee was killed, the Greenland story gets loud, then vanishes. It buries the ICE raids. It buries the Epstein files, still hidden. Renee was the first. Then Alex Pretty, shot dead while filming ICE. Protests erupt. The White House calls them violent mobs. Liberals fear martial law. Even Republicans warn invoking the Insurrection Act would be a mistake. Dissent is no longer part of the protocol. So if they are not invading or buying Greenland, what are they really buying? Time? Our silence? A classic dead cat strategy? One was never supposed to connect these dots, but at Makaverse, that's exactly what we do. Today, we expose 3 big problems. 1. The logistical bluff. The plan fails without Russia's 40 nuclear icebreakers. 2. The constitutional hack. Board of Peace tests a chairman for life presidency.
He's going to get a 3rd term. So Trump 28, Trump is going to be president in 28, and people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is, but there's a plan. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States, and the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but he's a vehicle of divine.
An unprecedented 3rd Trump term, and upending the United Nations in the process. 3. The Epstein mirror. Files stay hidden. Renee's murder, and exactly when Arctic story gets loud. Tell Trump Epstein files are in Greenland. He will lose interest. Republican lawmaker mocks Trump. Let's look at the receipts. Glitch 1. The logistical bluff. They want Greenland, but they can't even get there. The theory is gold, but the reality is iron, and the iron is missing. Problem 1. The logistical bluff. A $1 trillion plan depends on a fleet that does not exist in the West. Russia has 40 icebreakers. The The United States has 2. The math for Arctic dominance isn't just failing, it's broken. January 2026, the $6.1 billion ICE Pact, a desperation move to buy 11 ships from Finland shipyards. But ships aren't built in a day. It takes over 1,000 days to launch one hull. While the West builds, the Arctic is already gone. January 2026. Davos. The logistics fail, so the politics pivot. Trump signs the charter for his Board of Peace. But wait, there's a price tag. 35 nations joined. Permanent seats cost $1 billion. This isn't a committee. It's a subscription-based global power. Buy your way to the top table. Catch Trump if you can, should you want to. When Canada's Mark Carney dissented, his invitation was revoked via Truth Social. Dissent is no longer part of the protocol. Obedience is. Hours later, the Greenland framework, total and permanent U.S. access to every mineral right on the island. No time limit, but view it as a Trump off-ramp by EU. In the meantime, the board oversees Gaza, but the blueprints are for the North. Stay with us as we dissect how they are testing a new global club to rival the UN. Remember Renee? She wasn't just killed. Her story was silenced. January 7th, 2026. Renee dies. January 19th. DOJ admits 99% of Epstein files still hidden.
We were all excited yesterday before the files came out. And then when it did come out, we were just in shock. And we've seen that there is nothing there that is transparent. So it's very sad. It's very disappointing. It's a slap in our faces at this point.
January 20th. Greenland explodes across every front page, then disappears overnight. January 22nd. The $1 billion Board of Peace is born. One pattern. Coincidence or something else? The $6.1 billion for those ships? It was stripped from the Midwest power grid. They starved your city to feed their empire. The prize? The lithium in your phone. They aren't buying land. They are buying the energy that runs your life. March 2026. That is the deadline. That is when the first drill hits the ice. We have weeks, not years, to see the truth. Renee saw it. Alex filmed it. The files hide it. Greenland camouflages it. The board buries it. And we were never supposed to connect it. So what happens when the ice melts and the truth stays buried? They want you to look away. Don't. Check out the full dossier in the description and next screen. Subscribe to the Makaverse, because the truth is melting faster than the ice, and we're the ones connecting the dots. See you soon, before it's too late.